So how can we live without any worries?
Yeah, worries is your own creation. So each moment you are breathing. So this is the God gift, the breathing.
Mhm.
And when people are worried, depressed, means that they are out of balance of body mind. So, like body and mind, some body now grow ballooned up, and what that mean? Overweight. The same way is the mind. Normal thinking and abnormal thinking, overthinking. That means overweight of the mind.
Mhm.
So, mind is sick. Uh, you cannot wait. You can see in the appear on the body, but the mind is internal, inside the mind. Like within the mind, one couple were fighting, uh, very worried and worried and over worried about what? Oh, about our child. The child, I'll educate my child as the doctor. The wife says, no, no, I will make advocate because nowadays
To a lawyer.
too many lawyers are there. And so they were over worried or the child which was not even born.
Oh, wow.
So that is called the projection of the mind. Thinking is normal. You drive a car, you drive a car, but then where will I park after 2 hours?
Yeah.
North or south? And how will I drive in the driveway? That is not has happened. The child was not even born, but that is called the normal thinking and abnormal thinking. Abnormal thinking means the worries. The worries are there for poor people if they are to buy a bike, if they are to buy a shoes,
Mhm.
which one, where, what store, what time, because they are over worried about the money they will spend. It's not that rich person is not worried. They can also be over worried,
Yes,
even more worried,
maybe more.
even more. So it is the
less satisfied.
body mind relationship. So correlation, but body mind, the the seers, the sage will indicate you that don't waste your life in this body mind bubble called the ego, because it is another dream, is not really real. What is really real, which is not time bound, which does not change, but not knowing the really real, you assume that you are really real as a body mind. Body mind is a good vehicle, but it is rental house of the eternal spirit, eternity. So when you are established as the real self, as the absolute infinite awareness, then body mind good as a tool, good as a servant, but bad as a master. So, and this is not a belief system, this is the absolute science, science of being, science of breathing, science of being, because nobody in the world, whether you believe in God or godliness or not believe, the life goes on. You cannot deny life. Life in the form of breathing. So each minute you have a gift and opportunity of turning this breathing, natural breathing, as a chaos, as a noisy, or as a harmony and music. So if you watch and observe each hour, your breathing get affected, you get angry, you get anxiety,
You
your
hold
breathing,
your breath or you breathe fast or
your breathing automatically changes. And when you are calm, calm in breathing, your mind also settle down. So body and mind are like the two breathing. One, the solar, the right nostril, the mental, the mind, the left. Each 40 minutes, this keep on changing, keep on changing. Sometime mind more analytical, some more passive. It changes. So, but the realized ones or the awakened, aware ones, they transcend the both the body mind into the transcendental breathing called susumna, means that above the body and mind. And that's what happened in your daily life. When you are in the sound sleep, you're not in the body mind, you're snoring. Snoring means another state, transcendental state, deep slow, deep, calm breathing. And it, whatever needed, it changes automatically. So the greatest mystery of all time in life is the breathing. Because if breathing is stopped, your whole life becomes a like a balloon is not balloon when all the hot air is gone. Same way, all this life with its 10,000 products, your desires, your achievements, all is like the bubble is put a needle, and it's all gone. Like the movie is playing, and when you stop that pin where all the light coming, the whole movie gone. The same way in electricity, you put on and off, the whole system is gone. So man's mind is trying to discover what is not changeable and living it, not just believing something eternal, living it now, living it now. And actually, that is living, irrespective you know it or you don't know it. The life is moving all the time, but you are so poor, you are so beggar that you, instead of living it, you are caught up in the worries. And 80%, 90%, they have all those things, objects, cars, houses, but irrespective of having all those, suppose you have a car and you are a cuckoo and you are worried what a gasoline I'll put next week, next month. That is called the same couple who are fighting. I'll make doctor, I'll make advocate, and even the child was not even born. But the ego bubble is quarreling, fight. So this human tragedy of the future, past, is a projection. It's a the one who is not living. It's a mental bubble. And that's called smart people because they're projecting future, future, past is fake. Actually, the animals and plants, they also project for a time being. Like the insects make their bed, they spread the bed, create a house, sleep in that, live in that, and next day, next time is again They don't live in the memory. They live it and leave it. Live it and leave it means let go.
Mhm.
But that's why the trust is being broken because it is based on the ego level. I give you this, you give me this, and that's why the lot of hot air, fight, mental, all the time. It has to happen. It has to happen because not living the here now, which is so effortless, which is so effortless, but man has projected a fake living, which is all the time a thinker, as a not as a thinker, but as a mental bubble, egoistic living, which is which is not different than dream. Dream is the same thinking with the closed eyes. They open the eyes, they think they are more alive, but the past is just bundle of thoughts. Miss the life, which is cannot be controlled or caught. The mind, out of fear, it tried to create that bubble. So that's why I say I have no teachings because there is nothing to teach. Is the realization is really being real. That's all. Really real. Ending the suffering. Not projecting in future, but here now. That's the real wealth, here now. Timeless time. Very big difference in miserable living and enlightened living. But irrespective of all that, in the miserable living, there are two, the misery and the one who is experiencing the misery. In the enlightened state, there are no two. There is not even God. You are it. Is that effortless? There is no effort. No technique, no method, no time. Do your dogs and cats they worry?
Doesn't look like it. Not much.
Do they think?
No.
Do they think or not think?
And very little. Like the thought is just like, okay, how am I going to go get the food over there? Very simple thinking.
Yeah.
Not thinking about tomorrow or yesterday for sure.
So that's why, like, very big difference. Like a tool, a knife. Knife can be useful tool to cut vegetables, make food. The same knife can save life in the hands of good doctor, is in the hands of a bad person, it turns in a murderer. So the same way, life is a flow. Life can be miserable and it can be enjoyable. That's how the difference in the noise and the music. All are the frequencies, but one is erratic and noise is harmonizing orchestra. All are vibrations. That's what Lao Tzu, he did not tell like the Eastern or Christian religions, good, bad, right, wrong, good, bad, right. Yin Yang flow their dance, and the Tao is effortless effort. No words can be spoken, the truth. So, embracing it all, timeless time, and life becomes a flow. That's what the book, we want to write the book of doing nothing and doing no speaking. Maybe a church and temple of where they eat and drink and laugh. So life become laughter when you drink when you are thirsty and eat when you are hungry. Then other one will say, oh, that's what we do. No, you don't do. You are eating, drinking with a worried mind. I'm to next hour, I'll reach there. And while drinking past and future, you are a yo yo. So the masters will say that when it's fullness, by the fullness, it's a different state. It's a natural flow. Natural flow means no effort. Like the water flows, it becomes a plate when it comes in the plate, becomes a glass in the glass, becomes the cup in the cup. No time, no effort. No time, no effort. Spontaneous. That's the state of love. Love flows effortless. Fear is not there. Then what is left? No fear. Trust is there. Fear is not there. Means worries are not there. So human mind create a big chaos. Like you want to grow fruits, plants, vegetable, and you are worried. A worried mind will pull it out. Is it growing? Is it
Is it ready?
growing?
Yeah,
You will mess up.
the progress. Yeah.
So the same way, the life become full of misery. Even the religious people or even the religious families, many children, they not get along, but they are like a crowd because five people, five different life, five different thoughts, because thinking is the refined tool. So it can travel within 1 hour, 1 minute, anywhere in the world. It's a good tool, just like the knife is a tool. But the same tool can make you so miserable that you can't even sleep. It's a mental chemical that if you are not in balance, then you become misery, worries. And worries is like imbalance of air and fire, and it burns you up. It's a too much thinking is like a kind of a violence on your own mind. Some people probably get dead if they are too much worried. Do they?
Well, I think that they say that stress leads to disease. So the stress on the body constantly worried, and then weakens the immune system, weakens a lot of things with time.
Yeah, mental care,
Yeah.
mental imbalance. They start, the fear bubbles become bigger, bigger. Somebody is coming, somebody is attacking they, like one very rich guy, Howard Hughes.
Yeah.
He will wash his hands 9, 10, 10 times. Somebody is poisoning me. Somebody is poisoning me. That was a bubble in his head. Why? It was like a ghost inside the. There was no one coming, but it was a projected image. He had too much, so he thought some people are attacking him. And many, many, many people, for very rich people, they get disease of the phobia, fear, produced by the fears. The fear, projected fear. And it also changed the biochemistry. If you are worried too many, too long, then it take the form of a disease. Your blood change, your mind change, your body change. Nothingness, nothing. So actually, you cannot learn about the God realization. It's already too much in the head. So it's more unlearning. It's returning back to the innocence, pure heart. Because it appears like you are learning, 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 but the heart already knows what is beyond knowing, beyond knowing. Because knowing is not even 1% or 2% of unknowing, because unknowing is so infinite that you know, but still it is unknown. You see, that's how, like, you work 5 hour, 10 hour, 12 hours, but You crawl in the bed and you seek the unseekable, the sound sleep where there is no body, no things. That's the infinite, absolute. So you're wondering, what is more, what is more, what is new, nothingness, and what is absolutely everythingness, including in that nothingness. That's what the Tao talk about, that all other things are coming from nothingness. That's how Tao Te Ching, Lao Tzu, that life is not for work as we know, but as the wise guy, Lao Tzu talks about, flow with the flow. In other words, carry the water, chop the wood. What a beautiful description. So natural. When talk of the human, in the blade of grass, effortless. So we cannot compare any comparison because it's all one. Blade of grass, the house made by the ant, the spider make the network, all this is the oneness, wholeness. But only man's ego just bubble up. Oh, we are scientists. There is no science than the science of being, because unless knowing oneself, nothing is known. And once that one is known, all oneness is known. Because then there is nothing to know. That's how, in this beautiful sound sleep, there is no seeker seeking the knowing and unknowing. It already encompassed, included it all. Because you are not two, the seeker and seeking. It is God. Your seeking is godliness, is oneness. Already, already, already the bliss is. This is it already. So you are already blessed. You are already gifted, but you are missing the bliss because of your constant efforts, constant trying. In other ways, it says Swat Swata Siddha means it's already perfectly perfect. And that's how the childlike, not childish, childlike state is perfectly perfect. profoundly profound, perfectly perfect. Already, already. Why? No time is there. So that's how the man and the God must be laughing that how the people are so fools. They make a ghost out of me, make a idol out of me, which is not in the caught in the form and name, but cannot be known. Let them be foolish enough. They can buy and sell the wholeness into the put taxes in the beach, try to sell the air, but the love is not for sale. The honesty, purity is not for sale. The new time will come when people, intelligent one, will show other people that the control is illusion. All is free and available. Why, how? That goes through your breath, through your heart. Can't you see? If breath is stopped 5 minutes, all your expensive medicines, houses, all blown away in 5 minutes. That's the prana chi energy already. So already the bliss is flowing, but don't get caught into the stupid flake images of the ego. And lot of people, majority, waste their time into the religions, politics, what they know or what they want to know. They're just only bubbled up, and that's why they are restless all the time, all the time, all the time, most of the time. But missing, which is free and available all the time. Any add on?
I like what you said about with how we spend our time in our mind and the worries and the future and the past. Yeah, we're missing what's free, all these beautiful, all the beautiful life, beautiful benefits. We're missing what's free that we don't have to achieve.
See, that is why the one, suppose you give the best food for free, you put a table and you give it free, nobody will appreciate and buy it, but rather put a fine on you. So that's how the great sages, seers, the truth which can be spoken is not the truth. So In Japan also, him, sim, one lineage of the same Tao, like Lao Tzu, similar like that, do nothing. So do nothing is not a book or techniques or methods, but nobody will get anything because mind only relate to what to do. So they'll do nothing. They'll develop a technique called do nothing technique.
And put ads on the internet for it.
Yeah, do nothing technique. It is not. You cannot, it's not on that level, on that mental. Love is not for sale. It's, you cannot make silence, silence. So silence is one thing, and when it happens, then it is different. So like the prasadam. Prasadam is a heart devotion. But can you give the prasadam, the food, on the screen, on the computer?
Yeah.
That's what it is happening, that the mind is trying to give the picture, photo, images of the real food. Can you take vitamins, nutrition on the screen?
No.
But that's what is sellable and non-sellable. The one which you can show more and more and project, 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 that is what it sells. And 1/10 of that would be the real because it's projected. That's what the market world is happening. Market world of sex, market world of seducing the mind. What are those injections? Those injections are you are watching the screen and the screen goes in the mind and oh, I want that. They're laughing, they're doing their exercise on the screen. But the person who is slim and skin by doing exercise is not sitting on the table and chair, but that's what sells. What sells? Fake, fake, fake. That was a good word Trump gave, fake news. Fake because it it cerebral reaction in the mind. Cerebral means mental. That's what happened. That's what society is, because there is no technique method to achieve God. God is running after you. Hey man, why you are so foolish? Why you are so miserable? Because you asked for it. Because all the worries, all the world is in a bubble in the head. And this body is can be a temple already when it was given to you, but you somehow mess it up. So wisdom or the truth is spread all over. all over, in the sunlight, in the wildlife. So that's why before write a book or a movie, it already is. Why it is already is? Because age is the beginning of ageness. Ageness, you cannot run out of it. Godliness already is. Just shut up your the. That's why Sadguru Ramana's talk, know thyself. Know thyself mean not the word, not the name, not the body, not the illusory pictures, but something alive in the form of breathing. Each minute, the breathing become a music and dance already. When you have pure heart, you do good karma, your breathing and that is dancing. But when you are conniving, when you are cheating, killing, your breathing changes and it affects the bioplasma, it affects the body mind instantly. You are already in the prison when you are narrow minded. So, pure heart is a real wealth. There is no giving charity. You are already giving to yourself. Why? Because you are already infinite consciousness. There is no other to give help. You already is bouncing back to yourself. When you want to take, receive, give and flow. That's what Mother Nature doing. Flow with the flow. That's why I used to say years ago, meditation cannot be done. It happens. It's happening effortless, natural. Some people are sensitive. They do like fasting. Fasting, they say, oh, I don't eat, but that give you more energy because it harmonizes your body mind. What you have to say, Lenny, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Now, I'm interested in this being childlike. And, and to me, the most, what would I call it? The most significant thing about a child is they're always curious. They're curious about everything. How does that fit into our uh, perfection of our soul, of our finding of self? The curiosity, being curious, childlike and curious.
What is the curiosity? Curiosity or seeking is the faculty of the mind. Mind, because in animal kingdom or plant kingdom, they are not curious. A mango tree does not want to become banana tree or is curious about mango. Oh, what kind of mango is a juicy fruit giving me? Why I am not giving? So the thinking pattern in the human being, this is a tool of the servant, tool of the divine, like we explained that good as a servant, bad as a master. For example, the knife, we explained the example knife cutting vegetables. Knife, the same knife, many tools, many use, many utility. Also save the life energy in the hands of a surgeon. The same knife can take out the life in the stupid person or killer or murderer. So, is something wrong with the knife? No. How do you? The same way the thinking came out of the fear in the man, but it can take the color of the curse and the blessing. So when the thinking is combined with the ego and power and control, many countries developing those murder weapon or atom bomb to destroy others. That's one way. Other one, when Lao Tzu and that they use that thinking, they say that use that Mother Nature, like not as a stone to fight, but as a water. You put water in the cup, it become cup. It become in the plate, it become lucid. Lucid means flowing like a child, like childlike thinking. Childlike as thinking also. They fight, they quarrel, and next minute, next hour, they are better friends. So, thinking tool man has got out of what? Security or survival. That's all. And it also has a side effect, self-perpetuating mechanism. Whatever it make one, it jump on the other one. That's the side effect. But when it travels to the head, it gives you a headache. When it travels to the heart, you have a sound sleep. Are you curious about curiosity when you are in the sound sleep?
No.
When you are drunk, you're not. So the same way, curiosity is the other word of the fear, of the overthinking. Those are fancy words. All words are gone when you are in the being. So human being has reduced itself to human doing and human overdoing and human thinking into human worrying and worrying, over worrying, anxiety, anxiety into depression, depression into suicide, down, 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 again in the black hole, then get reborn as somebody, because there is no such thing as death, only the light bulb is off and on. So it's a sickness kind of a. Most of the people worry, over worry, not knowing they are busy, there's somebody, because that's how the ego like that. Somebody more worried, more long faced, you're somebody, not knowing that you have missed that golden light spreading outside here and now. It cannot be bought and sold. So life can be so precious, cannot be evaluated. I used to be curious how to share, how to make a movie to other people, but there is no other. That's what the Sadguru says. Beyond spreading and preaching, first find out who you are. And when answering that one question, who am I? Then all is perfectly perfect already. 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 Then why do I get curious to find out? Because I am stuck in the body mind. Body mind, 5 foot, 4 foot, 8 foot, but come out of the prison and you are the flight of the eagle. You are the wholeness. You are the oneness. Now, life goes on. Life goes on with the millionaires. Life goes on with the billionaires. All the dream. And the life without billions. Because irrespective of all that hoarding and hiding, life goes on. Bottom line is, are you happy? Are you ecstatic? Ecstatic means instead of the things and thoughts capture you, you're already free from their capture. Then it's perfectly perfect for the things, materials, thoughts, everything. They're not capturing you. This is like a surgery, questioning the question, and the answer is already there. But lot of people don't have the energy, time to find out themselves. So that's what the Sadguru says. What can be a bigger joke of all time? Not knowing themselves, they keep on working for somebody whom they do not know. Wow. Praise the Lord, praise the Sadguru. Sadguru means within your heart, as you.